need anything today, except if you do have like a pillow or a couch cushion, that might be useful at the end
Sounds
of
good.
the class. But yeah, go ahead and mute yourself, and then I might restate the beginning of the class for the recording purposes. But yeah, I'm so glad you're here, Sam. Okay, so for today's class, you don't need any props except maybe if you have a bolster or a cushion or a pillow for the end of class. Not necessary, but it might be nice. Go ahead and find a seat. So sit in a way that your knees are below your hips. This helps with circulation. It also helps you get your spine straight. And ground down. Sink down to the earth. Feel the weight, the heaviness in the places where your body makes contact with the floor. Feel grounded. And in today's class, we are actually going to explore the idea of groundedness. And you're welcome to close your eyes right now too, if it helps you go inward, root down more. And there are, in ancient yoga texts, a list of 36 items called tattvas. That's Tattvas, tattvas. And these are the things that make up matter, the things that make up us and what surrounds us. And they created this exhaustive list as a way to further understand what we are. And the list starts, the very last thing, so it kind of goes up. The very last thing is earth, right? This rooted, heavy aspect of ourselves and matter. And it works its way up from these very tangible, concrete ideas, earth, fire, and the order is earth, water, fire, air, space. And if you just thought of Captain Planet, you're not alone. So the bottom 5 are these elements. And then it goes all the way up through 36. The top one is bliss, right? It's energy. It's the Shakti and the Shiva, the power and the control. So these are very abstract ideas. But today we're just going to talk about earth, the grounded, the rootedness, the prithvi is what it's called in Sanskrit. And that's Prithvi, prithvi. And the qualities of this element, one of the 36 that make up us, is heavy and rooted and solid. And this aspect allows us to stay down grounded. If we didn't have this, we could always spend our time floating up in the air, never getting anything done. It's also something that as with everything, we can't create or destroy matter, but you can move within it. And so sometimes we have a lot more prithvi, sometimes we don't. And so we're going to go through some poses today, some asana that cultivate this feeling. And another interesting aspect of the 5 elements before we move is that each of them can be thought of as aspects of yourself as a learner. So each one of them is a way for you to frame the idea of yourself and learning around these 5 elements that create us. And prithvi is this idea of your devotion to the study, your steadiness, your perseverance, knowing that it's going to go on for a while, right? That we are lifelong learners. We don't ever get to a point where we know everything. So with that in mind, we're going to actually move on to our backs to do a little bit of breath work to ground down, and then we will move. So make your way to your back, arms out. Move your arms far away from the sides of the body so your arms aren't touching. This will allow your lungs to really expand. Tuck your shoulders under, And then once again, find where your body contacts the earth, the head, the heels, the back of the hands. And we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4. And then exhale for 4 and hold for 4. And this pranayama, this breath work is really one that brings out a sense of rootedness and groundedness. If your 4 count is longer or shorter than mine, go with your own count. Otherwise, you can stay with me. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And then begin to allow your breath to return to wherever it was before this. Noticing if you've lost that sense of groundedness, and seeing if you can bring the weight back into the limbs. Each inhale fills the the lungs with the air that weights you down. Each exhale sinks you deeper into the earth. And then when you're ready, eyes closed or a gentle gaze, roll over and make your way to child's pose. So your knees are as wide as the mat, the toes touch. The forehead comes down as the arms reach out. And really root the forehead down to the mat. Focus on this point of contact, and then let the arms go. The belly drops. Allow yourself to feel held. And then come up to all fours. Going through a few rounds of cat-cow, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And feel the stability, the structure of both the bones in the arms and the thighs and the muscles. And how they work together. They ground down into the earth to allow the spine to be fluid. And then root the left hand down in the middle of the mat. Inhale, our right arm reaches up towards the sky. Twisting from the ribs, then the chest and the chin, keeping the hips in line. Inhale. And exhale, switch the right arm with the left arm goes up. And then again, ribs, chest, and then chin, keeping hips where they are. Inhale. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up. on the inhale. And then exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, bring the left hand down. Bring the arms forward of where they are now, the palms. Spread the fingers wide. Press into the finger pad. And press into the first knuckles. So you'll feel the second knuckles, and even look at them right now. The second knuckles of all of your fingers lift slightly off the mat as you come into this almost grip with the palms. Now keep that grip, tuck the toes, and come into downward facing dog. And feel the strength that grip gives you. Your arms may feel more solid. There may be a lift in the forearm, so it feels like the heel of the hand is lifting off the mat. Also might feel a little harder to maintain, but stay with it. Feel where the strength comes, where it meets your sense of rootedness. And then inhale, come forward to top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down all the way into the belly. Inhale, curl forward, press into the tops of the feet, come up into cobra, and then bring the feet as wide as the mat. So you're creating some space in the pelvis. The tips of the shoulder blades come together to push the heart forward, but keep the belly engaged towards the heart. If you let the belly go here, you're going to really pinch into the lower back, which is something we don't want to do. Then lean to one side, look over the left shoulder, lean to the other side. Kind of sway back and forth. And then lower down. Inhale, come up into Sphinx pose. So your forearms are parallel. Make the same grip with the hands. So the pads of the fingers and the first knuckles, and then press and pull together till those second knuckles feel as if they lift up. Shoulder blades come together, push the heart through. Press into the tops of the feet. Super active in the legs as well. And then come down. Tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Down dog is a nice counter stretch for Sphinx. So we move the spine in the opposite direction. And inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right upper arm. Really kiss it, knee to upper arm. Press it in, lift the heel. Heel towards the butt. Feel the core holding you up. Bring it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it through, lower down onto the left knee. Swing the arms up. Exhale, arms come down, interlace fingers, heart opens up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back, down dog. Left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm. Hug it in. Heel to the hip. Send it back. Bring it forward, lower down onto the knee. Arms reach up. Arms come down, interlace fingers. Knuckles down, heart opens. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands. Downward facing dog. You can always come to all fours or child's pose. See if you can come to that same grip. Now this grip with the hands, it is, in my opinion, a key component in inversions. So headstands, arm balances, finding that grip really allows you to root down.
All right.
On an inhale,
Could you explain the grip one
with
more
the,
time?
yeah. So let's come down to your knees. I'm going to explain that one more time. So press into the finger pads and then press into the first knuckle where the finger meets the hand. And so the tips of the fingers are pressing in, the first knuckles where the fingers meet the hand, and then kind of feel as if you're pulling energetically the fingers towards the hand. And it's going to slightly lift the second knuckle, right, the one in the middle. And then you might even feel a hollowing of the center of the hand. Now push back to down dog and keep that. You're gonna wanna lift up the index finger, but really keep that first finger rooted down. So what creates the grip is rooting down also through the knuckle or the joint where the finger meets the hand. So it's the same kind of action if you grab the ball, but you can't because your hand is flat. Okay. Right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right upper arm. Bring it back. Right knee to left upper arm. Bring it back. And then bring it through in between your hands, lower down onto the left knee. Swing the arms up. Grab the left wrist, lean over to the side. Feel a stretch from the left hip flexors all the way up to the left armpit. Open up the heart, noticing if you want to start caving in. Keep the heart opening, the shoulders back. Inhale through center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up and back. Left knee to left upper arm. Bring it back. Left knee to right upper arm. Bring it back. And then sweep it through. Inhale, arms sweep up. Grab the right wrist, lean over to the left. And again, keep that right shoulder pulling back. Inhale up through center. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right upper arm. Shoot it back. Right knee to left upper arm. Shoot it back. And then knee to nose, heel to the butt. Really crunch it in. Bring it through. Inhale, high lunge. If you feel unstable, you can always bring down the left knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to the right. Bring your outer left arm to the outer left leg. Prayer the hands. And then again, we're twisting ribs, chest,
Sorry, I think I
and
lost.
chin.
Oh, never mind.
You got me?
Yeah, your video went out for 1 second, but it's back.
Oh, okay. Wonder if I got a call. Now in this twist, you're twisting towards the right. Hands are prayed. You can stay here, or you could try to really nudge that arm and wedge it in and bring the left hand to the floor on the outside of the right foot. The right hand can come to the right hip or lift it up. And keep mine on my hip. Come back through center. Downward facing dog. Second side. Left leg up and back. Left knee to left outer arm. Bring it back. Left knee to right outer arm. Bring it back. Knee to nose. Lift the heel. Bring it through. Inhale, come up. High lunge. Bend into the left knee. Lift the right thigh. Hands to heart. And then we twist to the left. Right outer arm to left outer knee. Or maybe wedge it in there. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up. Or bring that hand to the hip. Come back through center, downward facing dog. Bring the knees wide. Child's pose, come back to the earth. So getting in contact with that aspect of us, of ourselves, one of the many that makes us up, that brings us back down. So one of the many aspects that we are made of, this prithvi. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Claw the hands. Bend the knees, look forward. Jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, grab opposite elbows and hang. Go deep within. Allow the shoulders to release the neck. Let's go. And we're down through all four corners of the feet here. You can bend the knees any amount. And then inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lower. Root to rise as the arms reach up, palms touch. Hands come to heart. We'll go through a few sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, jump or step back. Top of a push-up and lower down. Curl forward, press into the tops of the feet. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take your dog a little longer than you normally would. Claw the hands. And then from the heart, extend down through the shoulders, through the elbows, through the wrists, out the fingers. From the heart, extend through the hips as they reach up towards the sky, and then from the hips down to the heels as the back of the legs lengthen. Bend the knees, look forward. Jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale. Root to rise as the arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up. Root down the palms, jump or step back, and lower down. Curl forward. Up dog. Or cobra, and then push back, downward facing dog. And just for fun, we'll do a little butt kicks as a handstand prep. So find your claw hands, bring your feet together, bend the knees. You can bring your feet slightly more in, maybe just like a couple inches. Bend the knees. And then the goal is to jump up and kick your butt with your knees still bent. Look forward as you do this and notice if you can catch any hang time. Engage the core. Good. Take a couple more or come back to down dog. And then bend the knees, look forward. See if you can do the same thing, but this time land at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, arms reach up. And hands to heart. Take a few breaths. I kicked my mat out of alignment. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. And then exhale, just step back to down dog. Right leg comes up and back. Bring it through in between the hands, come up into crescent lunge. Bend into the knee. Left thigh lifts. And then open up, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale into peaceful. Left arm slides down the leg. And then inhale into side angle. Left arm reaches over the ear. Imagine a line from the left ankle to the left wrist. Create space between the right ear and the right shoulder as you bend more into the right knee. The goal is to get the knee over the ankle. That doesn't mean that you need to do it in this lifetime. Come back to warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. And then bring the right foot backwards to about the middle of the mat. You're going to do a couple handstand hops here. So you're going to come to standing on the right foot, lift the left. And then make the claws with your hands. Shoulder blades come together, push the heart forward, bend the right knee. I'm going to bring my right foot back a little bit. And then as you lift the left leg, keep it straight. Imagine hugging the right leg in towards the body. And it always helps to look forward. So the idea of hugging the right leg in is it activates the core and gives you more holding power. Take a couple more hops. And then come back to down dog. You want, you can stay here or come forward to top of a push-up, lower down, curl forward, tuck the toes, down dog. Second side, left leg up and back. Bring it through in between, high lunge. Arms reach up. Bend into the left knee, lift the right thigh. Open up, warrior two. Inhale. And then exhale into peaceful. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Side angle. Again, the line from the right heel to the right wrist. Open the heart up. Warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down along the left foot. Bring the left foot backwards, about to the middle of the mat. Straighten the left leg, lift the right. Same thing, handstand hops, opposite side. So press down through the finger pads in the first knuckle, claw the hands, which creates stability in the shoulders. Heart sinks through shoulder blades. And then same thing, keep the right leg totally stick straight as you jump up, and then think about pulling the left leg in towards the body. Another way to think about that is to, once you jump up, straighten the left leg. So I don't mean bring it up high, just straighten it. Engage the thigh. Take a couple more. Down dog. And child's pose, root down, ground down once again. Focus on that forehead making contact with the earth as the shoulders, the armpits melt down. And then like a snake, stay low to the earth, slither forward onto the belly. And then like a snake, curl forward into cobra. Lean to one side, the other side. Come down onto your forearms, Sphinx pose. sides of the neck back. And then roll to your back just for a moment. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock left to right. Good. Now bring your feet flat to the earth. Arms come straight up, palms flat to the ceiling. Now lift up using your core to peel your shoulders off of the mat. You should really be using a lot of core strength. Now lift the knees up, bring them to contact almost at the armpits, and hug the knees into the arms, arms into the knees. Big toes come together. Keep the shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, reach arms long. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Inhale, come back. Kind of an awkward upside down crow pose. One more time, limbs long, keep the shoulder blades off the mat, and then sink down. Totally let go into the mat. Roll over to one side, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up, bring it through in between the hands, parallel the feet, wide leg forward fold. Take the legs a little wider than maybe you're used to if you have the flexibility in the inner thighs. This will help you straighten the legs. And then just hang. Hang out in this aversion where your head gets to be below your heart. Taking the head yes and no. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, walk the hands forward, wide leg down dog. And walk the hands back. Inhale, halfway up. And then begin to heel toe the feet together, coming into Malasana. And this is a super grounding pose. If your heels don't come to the earth, you can bring a towel or a blanket or a pillow underneath them. And if your heels don't come to the earth, or even if they do, I super highly encourage you to get into this position at least once a day. It's a pose from which we come from. First of all, we're birthed in this pose, or we're supposed to be birthed in this pose. This is the original shape in which women took to give birth. Then as babies, notice that babies will squat in this pose a lot. It gives them stability, and it's the beginning of their exploration into standing. And then, quite frankly, we poop. This was original pooping position too. If you haven't looked up the squatty potty, look it up. And then just think about hunters and gatherers, bending over, farming. This was a position that before chairs was really common for us to be in, that we don't find as much. And you're like, can we get out of it now? Yes. So we're gonna come into crow pose. I'm gonna turn this way, but you can orientate however you'd like. Bring your big toes together, heels apart. And then just like we did on our back, you're gonna keep your arms straight and hug your knees into your upper arms, okay? Then bend the elbows, bring the hands closer to your body as you lift your hips up. So I'll show you that one more time. Our arms are straight, and then we lift up our hips as we bring our hands back. Look forward. Hug knees into arms, arms into knees. Lift one toe, maybe the second toe, and then start to lift the heels up towards the hips. Now, if you have that, you can play with straightening the arms. And lower down. Forward fold. Release the neck. Downward facing dog. Right leg goes up and back. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, prayer the hands. Twist once again towards the right, outer left arm to outer right leg. Stay here or bring the left hand down. Right hand can come up or to the hip. And twist. Ribs, chest, chin. Inhale, come through center. Warrior two. Straighten right leg, reach forward, triangle. Notice if the right shoulder is scrunching towards the right ear. Warrior two. Now, bring the hands to heart and then just hop the left foot forward next to the right. Root down through the left foot, lift the right knee up into tree pose. So the right foot hugs into the inner left thigh, and then hug the hips together, bring the hands to heart. Imagine roots growing down through your foot as your arms reach up like tree limbs. Bring your hands to heart. Hug the right foot in, or the right knee in, and then bring it all the way back for high lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the left now. Outer right arm to outer left leg. Stay here, or really wedge that arm around and twist. Maybe fall out of it. Come through center. Warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Reach forward. Triangle. Cartwheel the hands down. Bring the left foot back. Go through a vinyasa. Just stay where you are. We'll meet in down dog. Right leg comes forward, parallel the hips. Prasarita Pada Tadasana. I think I said this last class, but this roughly translates to how you present yourself. Prasarita Pada Tadasana. Which I think is really hilarious. But thinking about it in terms of structure, right? The triangle being the most strong base that we have in terms of architecture. This can be a really strong pose. Then adding in the inversion and the health benefits of reversing the blood flow. Present yourself with strength and health. All right, once again, heel to the feet in towards each other. And now you will be thankful that we warmed up with all of our twisting. Okay? If you can, bring the inner edges of the thighs together and the shins. Stay on the ball of the feet and bring your hands to heart. If you need to, you could always come down onto your shins. But right now, stay here. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind you, heart lifts up. Stay with the balance. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the left, and then place the hands down. Twisted crow. Okay, so you're gonna snuggle that right arm to the inside or the outside of the left knee. Really snuggle it in there. And then look forward. And if this is a new pose to you, you can always bring the left hip to the left upper arm as well. So you have 2 points of contact and you build a little bridge with your body. Then look forward, find the point of contact, lift up the top leg, and then bring the bottom leg to follow. Gazing forward, and then come down. Come through center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Heart opens, knuckles down. And then hands to heart, twist to the right. Plant the hands. Don't forget about the claw grip for this. Then if you want to try it without the hip, you bring the point of contact just to the left arm. Come up, look forward. Oops, I gotta get a little deeper. And then you lift one leg and then the other. Now, if you're doing this, the recorded version, you can always hit pause. If not, you can spend a little bit more time playing and then meet in child's pose. So whether we're grounding through our feet or our hands or our forehead, there's always another part of us that lifts up, right? The air quality. So in crow pose, our hips raise as we root through the hands. In warrior two, our torso lifts, our spine lengthens as we root down to the feet and the legs. So this delicate balance of our tattvas, which translates to thatness, that which creates us. And the earth, the groundedness, just being one of them. Return to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward. And jump through to seated, crossing at the ankles, and then coming down. Straighten the legs. Inhale, reach up. And if you're having a hard time keeping the spine straight here, tent the fingers behind you. Create a little, again, a triangle to lift up. And stay here. If you're fine here, then forward fold, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Either one is good. One is not better than the other. It's just where you are. And then come up. Come up onto your back, knees bent, feet flat. And sway the knees side to side. Pause in the center and lift the right leg up. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh and begin a few ankle rotations. Switch directions. And then bend the right knee so the ankle comes just below the left knee, figure four. Now this might be enough. You want to enhance the stretch, then interlace the fingers in front of the shin or behind the thigh. Knee into ankle, or knee into ankle, ankle into knee, or thigh, really. You want it just below the knee. and release. Left leg comes up. Rotate the ankle in one direction. And then the other. You bend at the left knee, figure 4. Same options here. Wherever you are, feel the pubic bone pull down towards the earth. This is really going to help you keep the stretch strong. And then release. Sway the knees left to right. And then bring the arms out to a T. Allow the knees to fall to the right, look to the left. Feel gravity pull the limbs down to the earth, noticing where you're holding on to. And with that noticing, not judging, your left shoulder doesn't come to the earth. It's just a really exciting reminder of the journey we have as students of yoga. It's a path that we're on that never ends. Inhale, come up through center, exhale. Opposite side, knees fall to the left, gaze to the right. So instead of viewing where we fall short as weaknesses, an opportunity to look at it as how much we get to grow. Come back through center and roll over onto your belly. Come onto your forehead and bring both arms out either to a T or a goalpost, palms face down. Now this is a very interesting stretch for your shoulders. So you might need to glance up and look. Bring your left hand along your side like you're about to peel open for cobra, but bring your right arm where it is, or keep your right arm where it is. Then you're just gonna roll over the right, maybe lifting that left leg up. So you're opening up that right shoulder. If you feel any pinching, come out of it right away. And then lower down. Second side, the left arm comes out to a goalpost or a T. Bring the right arm along your side like you're coming to cobra, and then roll over the left. And then come back down. Push back up. And then we're going to end with legs up the wall. It's one of the most grounding poses. We're going to be here for a little bit and then transition into Shavasana. If you have a wall nearby, go ahead and get to that. And place a pillow or a couch cushion or a bolster right along the edge. Now, the easiest way to get into this position, and if you need to watch, if you've never done it, then you can watch and then get yourself into it, is to sit on, and if you don't have a cushion or a bolster, that's fine, but to sit on whatever you're using and keeping your tush on the cush, rotate to face the wall. So now I'm sideways, and then I just lift my legs up and then scoot in. And you don't have to worry about your bum coming all the way to the wall, especially if you don't have a cushion. When the heels come up, allow the legs to just let go. So there's not a sense of urgency for straightness. You just let them hang. Then tuck the shoulders and bring the arms out to a T. This pose is wonderful for turning on the parasympathetic nervous system. And if something's uncomfortable, then scoot into a way to make it comfortable. So there's not really a right or wrong here. You can be really far away from the wall. You can be really close up to it. Whatever feels best for you. And then we'll be here for a few breaths just to root down, to ground down in honor of Prithvi. Like to transition into traditional Shavasana at this point, you can, or simply just stay here with your legs up the wall. If you're transitioning, bring the knees into the chest and roll over to one side to safely get out of the pose. Slowly bring movement back into your fingers and your toes. Sway your head side to side. Wherever you are, drawn to one side. Resting here for a moment in fetal position. And staying connected to the earth and your groundedness. Come to seated, hands to heart. I'd like to honor the ancient cultures and traditions that have brought this here to us today. We'll end this class with one round of Om, followed by Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Inhale for a clearing breath. And exhale. Inhale. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Gently flutter your eyes open. And thank you so much for sharing this class with me.